My name is Bondo, Executive Secretary KUPPET Siaya. We are here with the entire leadership of KUPPET in Siaya branch. As you are aware, dignified ladies and gentlemen, Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers called out all its members on industrial action because we had a raft of demands that we expected the government of Kenya to meet, and we expected that by this time the government of Kenya would have already committed itself on all the demands that we had as KUPPET Kenya. And so far, from a painful sense of duty, it is saddening that the government is yet to respond to the satisfaction of the teachers of this country. I want to also ask the principals of institutions who are still holding schools in their institutions.
Close them.
We want to tell you, you are alone. KUPPET is not responsible for whatever is going to happen in those institutions. Nobody understands why you are keeping students in school. And when we talk about institutions, we also talk about the teacher training colleges. Even teacher training colleges are our members. We do not want to hear that there is any learning taking place in any teachers training college in Siaya. Ladies and gentlemen, until and unless we are called out by the Secretary General of KUPPET Kenya, Brother Akelo Misori, to end the strike, ignore any other propaganda. Strike is on. Hata kama tutagoma milele, liwalo liwe. KUPPET power! KUPPET power! We had expected career progression guidelines, which have been responsible for the stagnation of teachers, to be done away with. We are aware that there is a court ruling. We are aware that there is a court ruling. We are aware that there is a court ruling that invalidated career progression guidelines in 2018. The Teacher Service Commission has continued with impunity to ensure that teachers are stagnated in the same job groups for as many as 30 years. This strike is not ending until and unless career progression guidelines are done away with. It was also our expectation that the government of Kenya was going to grant teachers a medical cover befitting the teaching fraternity of this country. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, it is saddening to note that the government is yet to give adequate commitment that teachers are going to get a befitting medical cover. And in the lack of a medical cover that is befitting the teachers of this country, this strike is not going to end. Of course, we did have implementation of the CBA. The CBA that we signed with the government, we signed with the Teacher Service Commission and was deposited in court. We would not have been here had the Teacher Service Commission and the government of Kenya obeyed the law as it were and as was deposited in the courts, the industrial court. This is what led us to actually be on strike. There was an implementation of the same, but it is saddening to note that that implementation is nothing other than 500 shillings on teachers' payslips, and we are told that has already come in arrears. Tunasema tumekataa, that is not acceptable, and in the eye of taxation, as it is today, we the teachers of Kenya, we the teachers of Siaya are saying that is a joke that we are not going to accept. Further to that, the government has given a commitment that it is going to employ 46,000 JSS teachers. His Excellency the President said that verbally. We want a commitment from the Teacher Service Commission in writing, documented, that within 2 months, like the President of the Republic of Kenya did say, all the 46,000 JSS intern teachers are going to be employed on permanent and pensionable basis. Above all, ladies and gentlemen, This strike is not going to end until and unless the arrogant Teachers Service Commission that is led by the CEO, Dr. Nancy Macharia, who has been a source of teachers' problems in this country, has frustrated the teachers of this country. This strike is not going to end until and unless Teachers Service Commission calls us, the union leadership, and sits with us to have a tangible return to work formula. In the absence of a tangible return to work formula that will ring fence all the demands that we are making as teachers of Kenya, huu mgomo hautakwisha.
We are also telling the principals that because you are continuing to keep students in schools, we are not with you. It is your responsibility, and if something happens to those children in school, that is your own responsibility. You will carry your own cross. KUPPET is not there. As the Executive Secretary has mentioned, we are once again here in Bondo. Total educational lockdown in Bondo sub-county and the whole of Siaya County. We are on strike, and we are telling Nancy Macharia, the CEO of the Teachers Service Commission, that we are prepared for all your intimidations. We were on strike in the year 2015. You paid us on 19th of August 2015, and the next salary we received it on 14th December of 2015. We are ready. We are ready for all your intimidations. We will not bow, we will not cow,
we will not die,
and we will not die, Dr. Nancy Macharia. We are telling you, Nancy Macharia,
we are going deeper.
You are late with the court order. This is a court order that you should have got while the strike notice was on. You could not come and get a court order after the strike is continuing.
When we are about to
we are prepared to go to jail for contempt of court. We are prepared, and we are going to jail because of that. But we will only go back to work once we have a return to work formula. That return to work formula will include all the issues that made us go on strike. One of them, CPG, career progression guideline, must fall. 130,000 teachers must be promoted. The teachers have stagnated for very long. Our medical cover must be realigned to our needs. We cannot have a medical cover that if your child is sick of malaria and yourself you are also sick of malaria, which is very common in this region of Siaya. When you reach the hospital tells you that you have to choose one person who is to be treated. How? And you are sick. Another issue, it is very unfair to employ a graduate who has gone through primary school, secondary school, and university. Now you are bringing them to come and teach in junior secondary school, earning 17,000. A paltry 17,000 before any deduction has taken place. We are asking Nancy Macharia to be human enough. I don't know if she has children, but please be human enough to these children. Pity them and their parents and what you are doing to them. how you want us to proceed.
We use your microphone or we use ours?
Firimbi tungoje kidogo tu. We use both. Okay.
You will hold that.